Hello everyone, this is Marie Holiday and welcome to my live stream lecture. I'm on another one of my nature walks. There's a walking trail in my area where I live at, where I'm getting my walking in several days a week, and at the same time presenting content, various topics. So the focus of this conversation is, do you need a traditional job? With a question mark. Do you need a traditional job? And when I say traditional job, that's interchangeable with whatever career you're in or thinking about getting in, whatever job, career, profession. I don't care if it's working for the county or the state, private sector, government, any position, rather you electrician, a plumber, or school teacher, doctor, receptionist. Do you need a traditional job? And I'm going to talk about many different reasons and benefits of having a traditional job. It doesn't matter if you have if you have a traditional job. It doesn't matter if some people may have a little side job in addition to their traditional full-time job, or, drive Uber in addition to their full-time career. But I'm going to talk about some reasons, some very important reasons of having a traditional job, especially with, many people over the past several years have the mindset, well, I'm just going to work for myself. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to, become a content creator or open up my own, whatever cosmetology shop or barber shop or whatever business. There are a lot of people who own their own businesses, which is great. But I also the focus of this conversation is putting emphasis on the benefits of having a traditional job with an employer. First of all, no matter what shift you work, every time you go to work, you're earning not just that salary. You're not just earning that salary. You also, most companies, if you're full-time, they are offering benefits, medical, dental, retirement, vacation, sick time. And I tell anybody, if you're working for anybody full time and they ain't giving you the basic fringe benefits, you need to look elsewhere. But that's a powerful benefit right there in terms of, I learned, one of the things I learned when I was in graduate school is you don't just look at that salary you're making, you also look at that benefit package. 401, retirement, stock options, medical, dental, retirement, which is very important. You're going to get all that from a full-time job with an organization versus if you did not have a traditional job and say, for example, you were just working for yourself or you were an independent contractor. You're going to have to purchase all of those types of various of insurance on your own. You're going to have to pay your federal taxes, state taxes. You're going to have to buy into your own 401, and you're going to have to also purchase your own medical insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, medical insurance for yourself and your family, which can become very expensive if you just working for yourself in itself. I'm not saying it can't be done, but the focus of this is I want to put emphasis on having that traditional job. Retirement. When you work on a traditional job with a company in an organization, a lot of times they're going to match the contributions that you're investing into retirement. That's going to be another powerful benefit, another powerful perk of having a traditional job. If you're only working for yourself, if you ain't setting up some 401, you're going to be in a world of trouble. When you get retirement age, if you haven't been investing wisely, if you're your own business owner or independent contractor, you're going to have to set all that up on your own. And, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm fully retired from state government. I'm fully retired working in my profession as a licensed addiction expert for state government. So what that means also is I'm gonna get a pension for the rest of my life. So, I will have income coming in. And when I get old enough to get Social Security, that'll be check number 2. So, and that's because my organization, the state, match my retirement contributions. I also do other investing in 401, and that's just a prime example. When you don't have a traditional job, if you ain't setting up your own 401, then you ain't gonna have the benefits and the perks of it getting matched by that company. So that's another powerful perk. And people really, I don't care how young or how old you are, you really got to be looking at that. I don't care if you're 20, you're in your 30s, your 40s, you got to be looking at that package, especially medical insurance. I don't care what age you are, have no insurance and try to go to the doctor or the dentist. Or if you got to be rushed to the emergency room, one medical emergency without insurance can create financial disruption. So that's another powerful perk. A lot of companies, I retired from state government and they paid, a huge amount of our insurance. So the proportion we had to pay was very little, and even in retirement, part of my retirement benefits, the state of North Carolina, in terms of a part of my retirement benefits, will still pay a proportion of my medical. I get my medical insurance through state retirement in addition to my pension. So I get that for the rest of my life. So that's another powerful reason, because you got to be thinking about, long term. And then if you have family, if you have children, you still get that discount in terms of having a traditional job. When you put your children on that insurance, you're going to get that family rate. Versus if you were to try to go out there and buy insurance for yourself and your own family and pay it all straight out of pocket because you are independent contractor working for yourself. So there's so many benefits in terms of having a traditional job. When you take vacation, because you earning vacation. When you take vacation and you got a traditional job, you're still getting paid. Versus if you were just working for yourself in an independent contractor, if you ain't working, you ain't making no money. If you have to go into the hospital and get sick and you got a traditional job, you still getting paid because they pulling from that sick time off the books. Versus if you were just your own business person, if your own company or independent contractor, you get sick, well, you just out of luck because you ain't making no money. So there's so many powerful benefits in terms of having that traditional job, and some people, in addition, and you've seen this also, some people, in addition to having that traditional job, they simultaneously also go out and do contract work or create their own business outside of that day job, but still, by them having that traditional job, even if they're doing other things outside of that job, they're still getting the perks and the benefits and all of the fringe benefits of having that traditional job on top of their salary. And I'm gonna use myself as an example. I've always had my own little side business outside of my traditional job. My company is over 20 years strong, Patterson Associates Resource Center. And my primary services now that I do under my company is professional business coach. But throughout my professional career, I've done other services under my company in terms of court-ordered substance abuse evaluations, DWI evaluations, training and clinical supervision for individuals who want to go into a contractual agreement to get specific training for credentialing purposes. So I've done many things under my company throughout my career. But the deal is, even if my company for some months, it may generate more money than other months, but it didn't matter on how much money I generate under my company throughout the various different months, it really didn't matter because I had my full-time salary from my traditional job. So everybody got to make their own decision on how they want to approach this. But you also got to use common sense in terms of making sure you got all of your benefits in place that you're going to need in terms of retirement, medical, dental, life insurance, your family insured, and all that. You know, that's very important. At any age, you should want all of those things in place, because anybody can get sick. Any kind of medical emergency can come up. You want to have the insurance in place. You can have a horrible toothache. You may have to go to the dentist, and dentists ain't cheap. Try not having insurance if you need to go see a dentist. You know, unfortunately, if there's death in the family, you're going to have life insurance on your loved ones and your family, and etc. So it's so many powerful perks and benefits of having that traditional job. And I'm not saying that, that's the only option. You know, if you are a business owner or you're an independent contractor, just make sure you are purchasing all of the insurance you're going to need: medical insurance, dental insurance, life insurance for yourself and your family. Make sure you have a good CPA. Make sure you are investing in your own 401. Make sure you are paying your own federal and state taxes, because the same way it's all set up like that on a traditional job, if you're working for yourself, if you have your own business, or you're an independent contractor, you yourself got to be responsible to set all those things up on your own, so you won't create any kind of financial destruction along the way because you ain't got appropriate insurance, or as you start getting older and when you get retirement age, you ain't got no money to fall back on in terms of a pension. So you got to do all those things yourself. And unfortunately, and I'm here to tell you, because I've met a lot of people and talked to a lot of people who they own their own business. They've been owning their own business for years, working for themselves for years. Then when something happened, you realize they ain't got certain things in place, certain insurances in place, and retirement in place, or they're in trouble with Uncle Sam because they ain't been paying the federal and state and business taxes throughout the years. I've seen and heard the stories a lot throughout my year and throughout my journey. I'm here to tell you, you got to have a good CPA. You know, even though I've had my traditional job and retired from state government, and even with my side company, I'm always going to consult and collaborate with a very good CPA to make sure I'm filing my taxes, federal taxes, state taxes, business taxes appropriately every year, because they are the experts at keeping up with all those tax laws that change year after year. So, you got to look at all sides. But bottom line, you will be setting yourself up for failure if you just a business owner or an independent contractor without a traditional job, and you do not have all of that important stuff in play. And I'm here to tell you, because it's a powerful thing knowing I can wake up every day and my money's straight. Money hitting me, benefits, retirement, pensions. By the time I fully retire, I'm gonna have 3 retirement checks, benefits, friends benefits in place, and did it all to retire 4 years early. That's power, and I'm here to tell you. And also fell into the category where I still had my own little business on the side, which was another stream of income. But the beauty of that is now, since I'm fully retired, I can focus a little more on cultivating my company, Paris and Associates, Paris and Associates Resource Center. And even as a content creator, a YouTube content creator, which we get a 1099 for that. That's a stream of income. But trust me, I do not live off. YouTube don't pay my bills. So I say that to say, even if you're a full-time content creator, make sure you are investing into your 401s, retirements, and got all your insurance in place, and you got your family covered. And I'm here to tell you, because if not, you will create financial destruction. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have. Notice I got some supporters chiming in. I'm out here. I don't know if you all can see this. This trail, I'm thinking, is probably is nonstop. You can do 20, 30, 100 miles and never get through this trail. This walking trail. Hills, incline, decline. You're definitely going to get a workout out here. And I'm coming out here literally every day, sometimes twice a day. It's a lot of scenery out here, A lot of folks out here enjoying this weather. That's what it's all about, and I'm here to tell you. So I appreciate all of my supporters, my subscribers, my members, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.